Well, hello there folks, and a very warm welcome as usual back to What's for Tea, and it's lovely to see you again, and I hope that I find you very well indeed. And tonight for you I've got this wonderful beef chilli or chili con carne, depending on how you like to say it, and I'm going to serve this with my beautiful basmati rice. So hopefully you've seen that recipe, which is going to be the one before this one. So this is everything that I used here, but as usual I will put it on the screen as we go, and you'll also find it in the description box underneath the video. So I've got minced beef, I've got kidney beans, chopped tomatoes, beef stock, tomato puree, some garlic, a few squares of dark chocolate, some jalapeños, cumin, cayenne pepper, I'm using oregano or oregano, some smoked paprika, onions, and just to finish it off, some parsley as well. So go over to your cooker and you want to pop some olive oil into the bottom of your pan. Once that's nice and hot, you can add your onion. This is just one large diced onion. You want to add a wee bit of salt, and that's going to help draw the moisture out of your onion and let it sweat down a wee bit better. So you want to let your onions cook for about 5 minutes, just until they're nice and soft and starting to go see-through or translucent, and then you can move on. And I'm going to add some jalapeños. You can add bell peppers or chilies, whatever you like. I didn't have any bell peppers. Somebody forgot to get them, so I am just going to use chopped jalapeños. To this I'm going to add 3 cloves of garlic, which I've just diced up. You can mince this if you prefer, but we like the wee chunks of garlic. Give that a stir around and let this cook for another minute or two, just to let the flavour of that garlic come out. So the next thing I'm going to add is my minced beef. This recipe will serve 4 or 5 adults. If you don't want quite as much chilli, you can half the recipe and just make half the amount, but this freezes really well as well. So you want to pop your minced beef in, or your ground beef, break it up with your spoon, and you just want to let this cook completely. Make sure it's well browned all over, and this will take you probably 5 or 6 minutes to do it properly. You do want it fully cooked so that you see no pink remains. So just keep going until it's fully cooked. The next thing I'm going to add is my tomato puree or tomato paste, depending on what you like to call it. I'm going to call it tomato puree because that's what it says on the tube. So you want to mix this well through and let this cook again for about a minute, just until it's the same colour all the way through, just like this. And I know it's difficult to see with the steam, but it is the same colour all the way through. I'm going to add some cayenne pepper, some salt, and also some cumin as well, but you can adjust these to your own preference. I'm adding oregano and smoked paprika as well. It's just going to give it a nice background flavour, but you can add whatever you like or take away what you don't like. You can also add things like sweet corn and things to this. I know some people do, and cannellini beans. Add whatever you want. Give it another good stir around. And as you can see, it's really dry now, so we need to add some moisture into this. So I'm going to add 2 cans of chopped tomatoes, which is around about 800 grams. Give that a good stir, and that's going to give you some much needed moisture and make it that wee bit more vibrant. I'm also going to add some beef stock as well, and don't worry about there being too much liquid, because when it cooks, you know that a lot of this liquid will evaporate. I'm also going to add in a can of kidney beans as well. If you're going to use the canned kidney beans, make sure you rinse them well, because when they come out the can, they're in this sort of goopy liquid, so you do want that off. You can use dried kidney beans as well, but you will need to cook them beforehand. And I'm also going to add in a few squares of dark chocolate. This is completely optional, but it's going to give you a lovely depth of flavour. Just a few, you don't need much. Give that a good stir around, and that chocolate will melt into your sauce. And honestly, it works really well with this chilli, the dark chocolate. So bring that up to the boil, lower your heat to low, and then you want to simmer this for around an hour. And then you can come back and it should be looking something like this. Give it a quick stir just to make sure it's the way you like it. If it's still too watery or you think there's too much liquid in there, you can let this cook for as long as you like, but this was just the way we like it. And the last thing I'm going to do is stir through some fresh chopped parsley. Give that a good stir just to make sure it's well incorporated into your chilli, and I'm going to give this another 15 to 20 minutes and then serve. And this is what it looked like at the end, and I was really chuffed with this, and it smells crazy good as well. You can also add chilli powder into this as well if you're one of the folk that like to use chilli powder. It's entirely up to you. And this was my basmati rice here, which was ready just in the nick of time. And doesn't it look wonderful? And I have posted this video recipe just before this one if you want to go and do the rice as well. Or if you're watching this in the future, if you just pop into the search bar, what's for tea, basmati rice, it will come up there for you. But I imagine there are 1,000,001 basmati rice recipes on YouTube. And it's just so lovely. And it goes with the chilli so well because it's got such a soft texture and it's quite absorbent as well. So I just popped the chilli on top of the rice, added some sour cream as well because there's a wee bit of a kick in this. We don't all love super spicy food. I do, but I am the only one in the house that does. So a wee bit of sour cream to bring down the heat a wee bit, and this is it in a smaller bowl just in case you want it for a quick lunch. Let me tell you, it's absolutely delicious and well worth trying. So thank you so much for watching, and a huge thank you as usual to the supporters of the channel over on my Patreon page and to the channel members here on YouTube as well, for you all for watching and leaving your lovely comments, and for those that share the videos as well. It's all very much appreciated, and I will catch up with you during the week for another wee video recipe, back for our food shopping and bagging, or back on Sunday for meals of the week. But whenever you choose to join me again, have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye for now.